And I remember it vividly. They were my age, and I knew about it. Thank God, at least it really did hit the papers. It was not something that was ignored. But it's a really, there's nothing else to say it because this song will say it.
And I don't know if you
Yes.
we're coming up March of this year is the 50th anniversary of the Birmingham to Selma March. So I know a number of clergy, myself included, are going to do a legacy
Excellent.
tour to go down to relive and be part of that
Excellent.
50th anniversary.
Imagine.
Yeah, down in Alabama. Got to get my plane ticket still, but yep. So it's
Great.
still alive.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. And as I say, I mean, they're just different pieces that need to be healed. And I just want to say one other thing about the white situation is, it's not our fault. We were born into this. I didn't make this world that I'm in. But I can do something about the interior dialogue that goes on in me. The piece of me that sees a black young man walking down the street, and my initial reaction is, oh, I should move, to just keep walking. Treat that young man like a normal person, because that's what he is, but it's it's there. You don't have to pretend it isn't. We have racism in us. It's just part of the culture. You can't help it. It's not your fault. But you can do is how you react to that, how you deal with it. And here in Biddeford, that's how Franco-Americans were viewed. It was intense racism, and Catholics, and the Ku Klux Klan in Maine was far more active against Catholics than it was against blacks, because we don't have enough blacks to make it a big deal, but Catholicism now there, not so good, Anyway, I wanted to sing this song. It's quite beautiful. It was written by a man named Richard Farina, who was Joan Baez's brother-in-law. He died quite young. And it's about this bombing in Birmingham, Alabama, on a Sunday morning in church, of a church. So the intent was to kill churchgoers, as happens today in mosques and synagogues and churches still all over the world. But what's important to me about this song is 4 girls died, and all of their names are in this song. They are human beings. They are not statistics. So from there, I'll just sing it. Come sit by my side. I'll sing you a song. I'll sing it so softly, it'll do no one wrong. On Birmingham Sunday, the blood ran like wine, and the choir kept singing of freedom. That cold autumn morning, no eyes saw the sun, and Addie Mae Collins, her number was 1. In an old Baptist church, there was no need to run, and the choir kept singing of freedom. The clouds, they were dark, and the autumn wind blew, and Dennis McNair brought the number to 2. The falcon of death was a creature they knew, and the choir kept singing of freedom. The church, it was crowded, so no one could see that Cynthia Wesley's dark number was 3. Her prayers and her feelings would shame you and me, and the choir kept singing of freedom. Young Carol Robertson entered the door, and the number her killers had given was 4. She asked for a blessing, but asked for no more. And the choir kept singing, freedom. On Birmingham Sunday, the noise shook the ground, and people all over the earth turned around. For no one recalled a more cowardly sound, and the choir kept singing, freedom. Now the Sunday has come, and the Sunday has gone, and I can't do much more than to sing you a song. And I'll sing it so softly, it'll do no one wrong, while the choirs keep singing, freedom, 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 freedom.
That's wonderful.
Quite a song, huh?
Yeah.
I love it. I do.
That's great.
Oh, you know what? I'll do another one.
Yeah.
Because it'll lighten it up a little. There's so many. Gosh, there's so many.
I love them. Keep going.
Okay, I'm going to do another one. Now, this also was written by a white woman, a white person. It's a little white old lady. She was about my age then, in her 60s. And her name was Malvina Reynolds. And she wrote this fabulous song, which was really taken up. I mean, she got it. You know, she got the whole feeling and the rhythm. It's based, it sounds like a song from, it's a rock and roll progression, you know. Da-da-da-dum, da-dum-da-dum, da-da-dum-dum, da-da-dum. You know, it's just straight rock and roll. And it's called It Isn't Nice. And people, even like my own father, who grew up in Alabama, actually, I have slaveholders in my background, not very close to my father's family, but they're back there. He grew up in Alabama and, you know, was very sympathetic, but, you know, just, oh, they're pushing a little too hard. No, actually, Dad, they've tried not pushing too hard, and it just doesn't work, and that's what this song is about. The Murdering Boys in Mississippi, it's talking about Medgar Evers and Emmett Till. Now, it talks about Medgar Evers as well, but they killed Emmett Till. It was just this young kid, and he was murdered for making a remark to a white woman. And other young boys and men who were killed in the South. It isn't nice to block the doorway. It isn't nice to go to jail. There are nicer ways to do it, but the nice ways always fail. It isn't nice, it isn't nice. You told us once, you told us twice, but if that's freedom's price, we don't mind. No, 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 we don't mind. Mississippi. They shot Medgar in the back. Did you say that that wasn't proper? Did you stand up in the track? No, you were quiet, just like mice. But now you say that we're not nice. Thanks, buddy, for your advice. But if that's freedom's price, we don't mind. No, 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 we don't mind. No, 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 we don't mind.
That's great.
Good songs.
Yeah. And
There's so many great songs.
we're excited to have our choir is going to get to sing with you.
Yes,
Oh,
Yeah, our
imagine,
choir
yeah.
members are very excited with our music director, Charlie Grendel. He's been working hard to
we
get
just
everybody
met
ready.
last night.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, they're terrific, and we
Aren't
had
they?
such a good time. We're going to do a song called Woke Up This Morning, which goes, woke up this morning with my mind stayed on freedom. I woke up, you've heard this one.
I know
with
this one,
my
yeah.
mind stayed on free. It's in your hymn book.
It is.
Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. So we're doing that one, and then we're doing this one too, which is ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching to the freedom land. So we have some cool stuff, yes.
Those are lively songs
Yes.
with lots of meaning.
And there's a reason they're so lively and so full of passion. There's also a reason why there are very few words, you know. There's one person who will call out what the verse is, you know, who leads, but they're group singing, and they're meant to be sung together, and they're, you don't want to have to worry. You don't want to have to sing Birmingham Sunday, which has just too many words. You sing something that's got an easy thing, just do it over and over again, and these songs meant a lot. They were central to the movement. They were not a little part of it. They were central. And a lot of women also, I always think of Fannie Lou Hamer when I sing these songs, who was this black sharecropper. I think she was one of something like 20 children, grew up in tremendous poverty on a farm in the South. And she became a worker for civil rights. And when she did, she was evicted from her house. The owner of the farm told her she had to leave. So she just went on to fight for civil rights, and she would lead these songs. She was this big, powerful woman, and she would just open that mouth, and these words would, and you just shake to hear her, you know, I mean.
Take your
these
breath
were-
away.
These things they did, they took your breath away. It was just beautiful. So it meant a lot to me. I mean, I really felt this when I was a child, and it has never, the desire to see some fruition on this has never left me. We
Isn't that-
have come a long way,
Yes,
however.
yeah. Isn't that wonderful you continued, though?
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And I think it's wonderful she's a reverend.
Too. I'm delighted
My
that we
parents
can
do
do
too.
this
Let me just
together.
tell you, they're very proud of me.
I'm delighted we can do this together. We did not know each other because you're rather new to
I'm
the
new
ministry.
To town.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm new to town.
And
so
so this is a lovely opportunity. I really appreciate it.
yeah, it's an important part of our ministry.
Right, I
in
know
this,
it is.
in the church, but also in the community.
I know it
That
is.
that we hold up these issues of justice and injustice and racism, and
That's
really work
good.
hard
Absolutely.
on them.
That's a start. That's a start.
Yep.
Maybe a small one,
Yep.
but it's a start.
One little step, and we'll take it.
and maybe it will spread.
Exactly. Other people can take up the charge too, so.
Yeah, it'll snowball.
Yeah, and that is one of the important things about music is it gets to a place that not everything does.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times when words can hit you that strongly and they'll resonate that strongly, but there's something about music.
Even the
It
rhythm.
just does it. Right.
just-
Something makes you, right. And it's that African rhythm that really, there's something about the drive of that music. It's so strong, so beautiful. If you think where this country would be without these people, I mean, everything.
And a lot of them have come a long ways.
Oh, yeah. And absolutely, we have made tremendous progress, but there are the underlying racism, and this is another thing that's quite interesting. Did you know that first of all, that race is a complete illusion? Did you know that there is no biological basis for race? You and I could be as different from each other as I might be more similar to a person in Nigeria than I am to you, because we are all one species, and there is nothing racial that is actually biological. But in this country, because we needed to make slavery tenable, we needed to make people say, oh yeah, there's a reason why we actually created a false science, not just rhetoric, but we're proving this science, that there were levels of humans, and these humans are not the same as us. Well, that's completely false, but we were fed it for 200 years. I mean, it started really early 1800s. So it's not as though we didn't have a good reason for having these, but it's all false. It's just completely false. And it takes time to get that through to people. It's like that the earth is the center of the universe. It's that same, you have to let go of that, actually. It's not true.
And I think the harm has come in that we've created social systems and
Exactly.
And power around
Exactly.
a construct that is completely socially constructed.
Exactly.
That doesn't have a biological means to it.
And our laws have been functioning that way for a long time. So I'm glad that we have the opportunity to talk about these things. And I'm glad that you're having us here to talk about
Oh, it's our
these things.
pleasure.
I just think it's great. I love it.
And it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so
Delightful
much.
to
And
be
our
here.
time is almost up.
Okay.
Great.
So if there's anything more you'd like to say about your event coming up?
Sure. So on Martin Luther King Day, which is January 19th this year, 8:30 at First Parish Church, you can get online or contact. We have Ann Livermore is our contact person who is selling tickets, and her phone number is area code 207. I want to make sure I have it right. 985-7966. That's 207-985-7966 in order to get your tickets, or you can get them at the door. We'll have a lovely little breakfast, and our choir and Monica will be talking with us, and we're encouraging everyone to sing along with it.
Absolutely.
To let your voice and your spirit be heard.
That is correct.
She's got a lot of spirit.
She does.
Too much, I think.
Never too much.
I think my children might sometimes say, oh, Ma,
Just
tone
real
it
quick,
down.
how many children do you have?
I have 2 children.
Boys, girls?
I have I have a son who is 35 and a daughter who is 29. And Safe Space Radio. Check it out.
Yep.
Yes, I wrote
Clearly
that
you have
down.
taught your
I'm going to.
children well.
Well, they tackle lots of issues. It just so happens that this happened to be the topic right now, and it's very
I
timely.
think that's great,
Yeah.
really. And how about, do you have children?
Nope, no kids. My husband and I live in Kennebunk, and we have a cat who's 17.
Wow.
So yep, she's definitely our baby.
People love their pets.
Yep, exactly. So we decide I look at it as that I have lots of kids in church, that I get to be an important part of their life.
Yes.
So that's
I imagine you're an important part of a lot of people's
well, I hope
lives.
so.
Yes, I would
They're a
think
very
so.
important part of my life too. So it's been.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yep. Yep.
Well, it's been a pleasure,
Thank you.
and I
me as
thank you
well.
for coming. It was great.
Through the snow.
Right. Exactly.
You came through the snow.
I know.
That's
I'm from
right.
Minnesota. I was raised in Minnesota, so you know.
oh, okay.
You know. I got that hearty Minnesota
Snow is
stock.
snow, right.
Snow's nothing. Come on.
That's
This is
great.
important stuff. We got to get out there and talk about
That's
it.
exactly right.
Snow is beautiful above ground.
Right.
Yeah.
When it's not falling.
Yeah, yeah. Or you're not driving
Or
or
I'm not
walking.
driving.
Right,
If I'm not
exactly.
driving, I love it. But
I know. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you get a chance to go Monday. What's the date again?
The 19th.
The 19th. That's my daughter Ann's birthday.
Ah,
and she
happy
lives in
birthday.
Kennebunk.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe she'll come over for her birthday. We'll sing happy birthday to her.
there you go.
It's been a pleasure. And I enjoy your singing,
Thank you so much.
and I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a little bit of a feminist because of the way I was brought up. Be careful driving today. It's cold, and the driving was really slippery coming over. Stay healthy, and join us again next week. Thank you, and love Zaffy.